check. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Hey everyone, got the losi out here. We are running a 2S Genzace lipo in it, the same one you seen in the unboxing video. I have done that modification to allow me to run it. It's just, yeah, just the way they designed this at first before I modified it. Not the best of designs, but yeah, I found a workaround. We good? There we go. All right. Look out, Marley. Well, let's see what it'll do, huh? Have a bit of fun with it. Oh man, it handles weird. Man, it still scoots even on 2S. Damn! That little booger goes, man. So I'm fighting the AVC right now, believe it or not. I am used to having to put in steering controls to get something to go straight. And right now, putting in those steering controls, like if I pin it, I'm sure it'll go straight. Let's see, with that AVC on. We're gonna turn it, where is it? AVC, turn that up. We're just gonna pin it. Wow, kept it straight as an arrow. That's cool. It's so much better than what my Slash does, but we're gonna turn it down some. I don't want it controlling everything I do. Man, this thing, it scoots on 2S, man. It ain't slow. It ain't slow at all. I expected it to feel a little underpowered on 2S. No, not at all. Now that I've jumped it and bumped it around some, I'm gonna go and check that battery cable. Make sure we are not having any problems with it sagging too bad. A little bit. Might have to zip tie it. Let's get a little bit of bashing in with it. I was having people tell me that it likes to kind of donkey kick off of jumps. It doesn't seem to be doing that to me. Yeah, it seems to fly pretty straight actually. It seems to fly very straight actually. A little bit of tire rub on the body when you're at full steering lock. Adjust those endpoints a little bit. I am also noticing it's very quiet. It's got a very quiet motor and gear mesh setup in it, which is really nice. That donkey kicked a little off of that one. You see the dust? This thing handles so, like, it is such an interesting handling that it's got. Watching that that rear axle fall out from under it. Again, lots of tire rub up front, I'm hearing. I expected that. This thing's got really soft tires. And I mean just insanely soft tires, so. It handles nicely though. I do love the way that it handles, man. That AVC, I didn't think I'd like it, but it does make it fun to drive. You can hear the tires rubbing again. Whoa, hello. Man, what an interesting feeling truck. Oh, I got it up on its side. I'm barefooted and there's ants attacking me. Yeah, I don't know if you could see the front wheels turned there, but that was the AVC. running it. I let off the steering in the air and it straightened itself out. First legitimate rollover. Does not like being in like areas where it needs to flex, but that's what sway bars do to you. They will man, it really does scoot. Like I said, even on 2S, man, it moves. Pretty awesome. And again, all right, I've been pushing it pretty hard. Let me make sure I am good on motor temps and the battery temps. Yeah, feels pretty good. Motor's a little warm to the touch. I can't hold my fingers on it for too long. Getting it dusty. Make a little bit of noise, huh? Doesn't make as much as some of my other trucks. It just shimmies and shakes and bounces around. Oh! Oh man. I miscalculated that. I was gonna slide it sideways and stop it right next to me, but that didn't work. For clarification, I am okay. Let's try it again. That's the hardest I've ever been hit by one of these things. Definitely a cool truck, man. Let's take it out to the end of the driveway in my corner here, see if we can get some drifts going on with it. The AVC is supposed to make it real easy to hold a slide and you know, all that good stuff. So let's see what we can do with it here. Get it in this like real soft pea gravel here. Oh yeah. All right, I need to back up a little more. So we sling it. Yeah. Yeah, you just sling it in and let go and it does it itself. Whoa, hit that rock over there. That's pretty cool. Oh! I guess the horses think I'm bringing them food. So I might need to get a better battery for this thing. I'm already starting to notice a little bit of power loss. And that's a 5,000 milliamp hour. You hear all the rocks hitting the inside of the fenders. There we go, that was a good one. I just sprayed myself with rocks. Alright, so here's just something to be aware of with this truck. And yes, I watched some videos on it. If you look at the back end, it is officially just totally sagged out. So once you do a couple of runs with it, you have to readjust your rear shocks. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. I'll bring y'all right back. Hopefully I can get in there to them. Alright guys, well, bringing y'all back. It seems we've had a breakage. So I'll show y'all in here. We had a rear shock. Now I say breakage, it's really not a breakage. What has happened here is so these shocks are threaded at the top where your pistons are, and it looks like it came unthreaded, or the threads pulled out or something. So I have officially lost a shock back here. Them tires are warm, man. So I guess that's it for this video. It's fun while it lasted. Let's see here. What can I say about this? Yeah, I need to go in here and I need to see if these shafts, or if the threads stripped out of what they were screwed into, or if it's broke and I need to buy a new shock. I was going to put thicker shock fluid and stiffer springs on these shocks anyways. So yeah, that's the end of this video. That's unfortunate. We'll see what happened. I'll take it inside. We'll take this shock off, break it down, and we'll see whether it's a breakage or if it just simply came unthreaded. Shocks do come unthreaded sometimes. These they look like they got a bit of blue in the thread, so they were thread locked, but somehow it either pulled the threads out of what it was threaded into, or it just came unscrewed. So we'll get it inside, break it down, and figure out what's going on with it. Alright everyone, so upon further inspection, pulling the shocks off, if you've never seen the inside of one, this is what we've got here. We've got, be a good time to show you. So this is your piston. This controls your dampening. You see the holes in it? The center one is where your shock shaft goes through. The two sides are where your oil goes through. The size of those holes, as well as the thickness of your fluid, controls how fast your shocks compress and even how fast they rebound. So this and fluid thickness controls your compression and rebound settings. And then we've got a little washer here, and all of this was already apart when the truck came, or when the shock shaft came out. So I don't know what order all this goes in. It just all fell out of the shock. But then we have a nut, and this nut holds all of this onto your shock shaft here. And what has happened is this nut actually stripped the threads off of this shaft. And the way I know this is because I tried to screw it back on with this, and the nut does not even have the thread to push it past the nylock washer there. The shock shaft will not come through that nylock washer because the threads will not grab enough to pull it through. And then just to experiment, I grabbed this and the nut and pulled, and it popped right off. So what we have done is sheared the threads on this shock shaft. The nut has sheared the threads off. So we are down a shock, and the truck is down for good right now because I do not have an extra shock, and do not like these shocks. So the battery compartment problem I had, and now we're down a shock with just like, with me, like literally very light bashing. So I'm gonna look and see if I can find some limiting straps for the rear, because that's what caused this. It was probably that rollover I had, and it pulled down on the rear axle enough to break the shock. That's something that happens with these solid axle trucks, and even independent trucks. When you take a hard hit, you can overextend your suspension and break things, and that's what's happened here. So I don't know if it was one of the jumps I did or if it was the rollover I had. I can't tell you, but it's down. First day of owning it, first battery pack, it's down, which is kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Luckily, these parts probably pretty cheap, but I'm not going back with stock parts because this will just happen again. I'm going to dig around in some groups and see if I can't find some stronger shocks and a thicker shock shaft with a little more thread and just more, you know, bulky all around. At least it didn't do what Traxxas does, which is where it pulls the shock caps off the plastic body. But I'm sure it would do that too, given the chance. The aluminum shock caps, they do prevent that from happening, but I've still had it happen even with aluminum caps. So that really sucks. It really sucks that first battery pack, not even on 3S, just running around on 2S, and this is what happened. But I'll get some parts for it and see if I can't find some a better shock shaft setup and just better shocks in general. I watched a video on YouTube. Somebody was running Proline Power Strokes. Those are very expensive shocks, and I do not have the money for them right now. So this truck's gonna be down for a while. Thanks for watching. See y'all later.